Yeah. What happened there, and how's it feeling now?
It feels fine now. It feels perfectly fine. But yeah, after that happened, it just didn't feel right for a second. That's why I threw the ball out after that play and then called a timeout just so I can get it back up to par. So it feels good now. So
it's a freak thing.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it just felt weird at the moment. So I was sitting there like, oh, snaps, and just called a timeout and got back into it.
But it didn't bug you the rest of the game?
No, yeah, it felt really fine after that. It felt like it just came back after and felt good.
You didn't get any treatment on the sideline during the game for it?
No, to be honest, they just checked it out, made sure nothing was bad, and then I did a couple dropbacks and a couple plants, and then took it back in there.
But you had to take off from the pocket a lot tonight. Can you just talk about what you were seeing and why you were at the
credit to the defense, they played a good job out there, and they covered a lot of our receivers. But when none's there, I mean, if I have the opportunity, I'm gonna take off running. So the line was doing a good job, but if none's there, like I said, I'm just gonna take off running and use the legs.
Did you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, for sure. When things are there, I'm gonna take off, and if the throws are there, I'm gonna throw the ball. Felt real comfortable though today.
So that wasn't planned for you to take off that much?
No, not at all.
Seems there were a couple times where you were taking the dive, but then it seemed like something changed where you weren't on a couple of scrambles.
Yeah, it's all really based off of the down and distance. I mean, if you need to get the first, we're gonna get the first. But I mean, if there's 5 people running after you, and it's 1st and 10. I'll take a dive.
What does it mean to you to be able to grind out a win like this? You guys have been putting up a lot of offensive numbers, but today not so much.
Yeah, it was just a grinding game. That Utah defense is really good, and people, I got to give credit to them because that front seven and that secondary is really physical and a tough defense. So they played their hearts out, and this game we knew we had to come in and just grind the ball, and those tough yards, 3 yards at a time, tough yards, but we just got to keep grinding and keep getting those first, and that's what we did today.
What were you seeing in coverage? What was making you not? What was happening out there that you weren't seeing anyone open?
They played good coverage. They rolled 3 sometimes. They played 2, which caught us off guard a little bit. And they were just doing a lot of stuff with the secondary, rolling around and rotating people. So sometimes, if stuff isn't there, I'm gonna go through all my reads. Then if it's there, just gotta run.
And the one touchdown pass that Shaquille, that was a quick read. That what?
Yeah, it was like a zone read, run, and then Shaq, dished the corner. The corner came down on me, and then he throw the ball. So it's a long read, but we made it happen.
Talk about your defense, how they pretty much kept you guys in the game for the whole time.
Oh, I honestly believe defense wins championships, and with the defensive head coach out here and our defense playing the way they are, I give credit to them all the time. I give credit to the defense, the offensive line, everybody, that makes this team go. And I mean, the defense is first and foremost. I mean, we're going to try to put points on the board, so we got to be there. But defense is they did a very good job today, and they just got to keep going.
Were you worried after the foul loss how this team would respond?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Just because I know this team. As a leader, you got to be able to just bring your troops up and just not everything's going to go perfect like he says. Some games are going to be hard, but some games are going to be good. But in those bad times, you got to be able to get your team ready and just put their head down and just make sure they're working. So we came out there, we had a good week of practice, and we came out here and executed.
Brett, could you talk about the protection? I mean, most of the scrambles were a result of coverage, not a breakdown of protection, and you guys did pick up the blitz pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
The times they did, right?
Yes, sir. I think the offensive line did a great job of picking up the blitzes and the stunts and the twists and all that stuff that they tried. So, I mean, I give credit so much to the offensive line. That's really what makes the offense go, and, we counted on them, and they came through and just had an amazing game, and, I give credit to them.
Even though some of these wins haven't been quite so pretty, you guys are one win away from being bowl eligible. What does that
we can't think about that. It's one game at a time for us. At the end of the season, we'll figure out where we're at and where we have been placed. But right now, we're taking it one game at a season, and we can't get too happy off of this one, but we can't get too low off of it. I mean, we did the things that we had to, but we still have mistakes, and we got to pick it up and be better than this. That's the thing I made sure to tell the offense after the game. We got to be better. So we just got to get in, watch the film, and get better, and then go on the next week and take it one game at a time.
That's fine. I feel everybody, playing football never goes into a game 100%, but all I did was just put it all in God's hands and let me get through this game.
Why was that more rewarding than, say, a game? against Nebraska or Houston or Rice where you're rolling up all the points and running up and down the field?
Man, a win is a win. I don't care if we playing Harvard, Alabama, a win is a win. It's no different. I'm happy we came back. We got a win in front of our home crowd. We just got to get better. We made a lot of mistakes. Got to keep working.
Crimson's on your mind? Is it Crimson Tide? So anybody against the Crimson?
I would love to.
I think last year you guys did put it in the end zone against them, and they seemed to really frustrate you on defense. This year it seemed a little easier to move the ball. Is it the new offense? What was different that you saw?
Man, we just had a good week of practice. Those guys only practice like one day. They grind. And I played Utah 4 times, my whole career. And I've never beat them. This was my first time. So I definitely had a chip on my shoulder, and we just worked, and God bless us with a win.
How was the defense? Talk about the defense.
Physical, as last year. They were great. They had 2 freshman linebackers that definitely stepped up today, played a great game. The defensive line, everybody knows, probably one of the best in the country. I love playing against defense like this. It's definitely a big challenge for our offense, and I felt we did okay.
Is there something more satisfying for you for that type of running effort as opposed to the 200-yard games that you're going to do?
I'm just happy we won.
No, I know, but I'm just talking about it's satisfying for you as a runner that you have this type of day. What are the?
I'm just happy we won. You know what I'm saying? That's all I could do. I'm not really concerned about the yards or this and that.
But it was where you're getting the yards and how you were getting the yards.
It's about winning. That's what it's all about. That's the only mindset. That's the only motive. Come in here and win.
No snow this time. Was that a little easier?
Oh, yes, it was great. Big difference, like night and day. But he played a great game, and Brett did a good job, throwing the ball and using his feet. So I'm excited with how we played.
You got a new snow today, first time since Nebraska. It felt like that long.
I was hungry for it, man. I was hungry. I wanted to score so bad. But I'm sure I left a lot of yards on there. I got to watch the film to get better, because I'm sure I could have scored on a lot of other runs.
What did you guys learn from the Cal game to this game?
Just got to stay focused. We can't hurt us.